I think this board could use an update, so I was thinking of desoldering everything and putting in new switches. So that's probably going to be a little plan. The other thing was I got this new hop-up system. This is completely unrelated to keyboards, but I got this new hop-up system for my gun, so I wanted to install that, so we're gonna do that as well. There we go. All right, let's just compare the stem really quick. I don't know if this is worth the effort. It might be time to just retire this keyboard. Alright, yo, what's good, everyone? So, as you may know, for my last video, I was working on trying to repair slash clean slash pull out and desolder all of the switches from my Leopold FC 750R, and it's not going great. The like solder is so old that it's just kind of like not fully coming out of some of the holes, which is unfortunate. But while working on this, it got me thinking about new keyboards and stuff. Like, is it worth it to actually repair this? Like, what am I gonna get out of this? Because the main thing that I was thinking about was connectivity. In 2025, most people are either going wireless, or they're Bluetooth, or they're USB-C. The FC750R that I have is actually a micro USB or a mini USB, I forgot whatever one, right? So it's not a USB-C, and the cable is actually like pretty far deep in there. So it doesn't really accept a lot of cables, to be honest. And that's just, I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I'm like, if I repair this, am I actually gonna use it? And I was thinking to myself, maybe not. You know, the fact that you can go out and buy like a keyboard that's $25 to $50, maybe $60, right? And it's going to do all of this and more than the Leopold. I couldn't really, I was just trying to like justify it or make it make sense to me. All right, what's good? So I finally got the Leopold board completely desoldered. These keys they're dirty, so it's a good thing I swapped them out, or I took them out. But basically they're like, I mean, this is like years of coffee, drinks, dirt, grime, all of that stuff. So they're pretty bad. The thing that was like an issue for me, and I don't know, I might have messed the board up, but there's so the way that this plate mounts to the board is there's all these standoffs here, and the board slots into the standoffs, and then when it slots in, it like pulls down and it locks in, right? Now there's a standoff here in the back, and I suppose I don't know, maybe it's like a grounding thing or something like that, but like there was a standoff that was soldered to the board, and honestly, like, that was the worst fucking thing ever. It was like so hard to get the soldering out and stuff, and at one point I was just thinking like this might not be worth it, but I fucked up the like circuit board kind of near that area, so I don't know if I fucked up the board, and I also like hit this like switch. So this is kind of like your layer system within the board, and I hit that with the soldering iron. But overall, this is a pain in the ass, and I would never fucking do this again. I fucking hated it. So like, yeah, definitely don't recommend this, but I don't know if it's worth it still, but we're gonna swap out all the switches, we're gonna clean up the board, we're gonna put it all back together and see if it works. If it doesn't, oh well. All right, here's a look at the board. Warning, it's grimy, it's disgusting. You know, like it's got, I don't know, that was probably from like some sort of Gatorade or something, soda. But there's a lot of corrosion on it, honestly, and I don't know if it's gonna work or if it's gonna be okay. But we'll clean it up and we'll see. Alright, so the board is cleaned pretty good, the best I could do. So that's kind of what we're doing right now, is we're just kind of like looking over the board and deciding what we're gonna put in them. Obviously, I had to get new keycaps too, because my keycaps broke for this. So that's a whole nother deal, and that's why I'm like not sure if I'm even gonna fully build this board, because like every time I touch it and I look at it, I'm like, man, is this even worth it? I almost feel like it's not worth it, so I might not even build this board in the end. It feels like a waste of parts almost. Alright, so we took apart all the blacks and then we harvested the springs. So these are the 60-gram springs from the MX Blacks. Now, I was thinking about maybe keeping the stems to use them and swap them out on some linears that I don't like. And back in the day, I bought these. These are like custom ergo clears. So they were supposed to be like, I don't know, back in the day people were like, oh, if you don't, MX Browns are garbage, you want ergo clear. Ergo clears are so tactile and they're so good. And honestly, like, there's no fucking difference. So like, I don't know what the fuck they were smoking back in the day, those fucking idiots. But they, like, everyone was always hyping up, oh, ergo clears are so good, ergo clears are the best tactile switches, ergo clears are what you want. And then, you know, I bought some ergo clears and I was like, these are just as shitty as MX Browns. Like, what the fuck are you guys smoking? So I was thinking maybe I'll swap out the stems of my ergo clears and I'll put the black stems in there. But if you can see here, let me try and zoom in. So this one's not that bad, but you can see there's like scoring on the back of these. So it's not very good. So you can see that there. See those lines on the back of the stems? I don't know, it's probably not good, but that's probably why my blacks don't like, they felt like super scratchy. Like, look how deep. That one looks like it's pretty pretty deep in there, and like you can kind of feel it, like, so I don't know. I was thinking about swapping them, but you can see like that's what the stem's supposed to look like normally. Like it's not supposed to have the scoring lines on it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right, so I made my first one to just kind of test it, and I feel like the black stem is gonna be fine. So I'm gonna just take apart all the Ergo Clears and scrap the old stems, and we'll just swap them with all the black stems. Now, the black stems are kind of dirty, so they're going through a rinse cycle here. I just got some dish soap and some hot water, and I'm just mixing them up. Might have to take a brush to some of them, but I feel like this will clean them up good enough. We'll just put them through a spin cycle, get them washed and cleaned. All right, what's good, everyone? So this is where we are on the keyboard journey right now. The keyboard journey is basically over, I guess you could say, in terms of what I wanted